Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. It's Brittany here with another video to help you guys live a happy, healthy, awesome life in a wheelchair. And tonight, I am going to show you guys my bedtime routine. I got a request. I've gotten a lot of requests for videos actually, and I really need to get like diligent and go through the requests and actually hammer them all out. But some of them, like a day in the life video, I've said that in the last vlog I did, they take a really long time. And then other ones involve my husband, other ones involve other people. So it's just, I have to coordinate more and I am not very organized. So this video is very easy to do though. So I don't really have an excuse not to do it. It is just a nighttime routine. Like I said, I will pop on here the subscriber that asked for it, the comment. But I don't really have like a very, in-depth nighttime routine as a paraplegic, but I do have some things that I think are important. So I'm going to go through the routine and you can decide whether it's interesting or not. I don't think my life is ever interesting, but some people do. You guys obviously like to watch me. So I start my evening routine or nighttime routine, I guess, after supper, and it is 9 o'clock right now. It's way later because it's a Friday night that I'm recording this. Normally I start my nighttime routine after supper at like 6 or 7-ish. I eat supper at like 5:30-ish, but I start my evening routine by making a bladder tea. And this is Bell's bladder control tea. I will link to it in the description below. I threw out the box, so I can't even show you the box. But I did talk about it in one of my other videos about how to improve the health of your bladder. So I will link to that video where you can see the box. And then I will also link to the product on Amazon in the description below. And it is just a tea, loose tea leaves like this, that are a combination of herbs that are all really good for your bladder health. There's some that are good for healing the lining of your urinary tract. There's some things in there that are improve bladder control. Some things in there that have like a mild antimicrobial effect, so that they just help keep the bladder bacteria at bay. So there's a whole bunch of different things in here. There's some cranberry, which is good for preventing bladder infections. And I got a couple of UTIs right in a row, a couple of months apart, which doesn't normally happen. So I started using this tea to just improve the integrity of my bladder so that I don't get UTIs. So I've been drinking this every day at nighttime before I go to bed. So that's what my nighttime routine starts with. So it's just 2 heaping teaspoons of the loose tea leaves. Oh, I'm gonna spill it everywhere. 1, 2, and then a cup and a little bit of water. And then I put it on the stove to boil for 30 minutes. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay guys, I'm almost done my tea. Just got a few gulps left. And then I am going to go brush my teeth, take my vitamins, get all my pee stuff ready for nighttime because I cath in bed at night. And if you want me to link to that video, I will. And then I go pee before bed. That's it. That's all I do. So I am going to finish this and then go do the rest of that stuff. Just a note that this is really close on my face. There. Just a note that normally I don't drink this giant cup of tea this close to bedtime. I drink it like maybe an hour and a half before I go to bed so that I kind of pee it out before I'm actually like in bed. So I'll probably wake up in a little bit to go pee. But just as a note, so you guys are like, she's drinking that much liquid before bed. I don't normally drink that much liquid before bed. Okay guys, I'm in my bathroom. I finished drinking my tea. Said that like 13 times. I don't know why I keep telling you that I finished drinking my tea. You guys saw that I finished drinking my tea. I keep forgetting that you can just see what I'm doing instead of me telling you what I'm doing and then actually doing it. I don't know why I can't get that through my head. Anyway, I am gonna brush my teeth. Again, I just did it again. Just keep telling you guys what I'm doing instead of just doing it and showing you. It's a hard thing to get used to. I don't know why I keep doing that. Okay, so when I come in to brush my teeth, I floss my teeth, I brush my teeth, and then I take different vitamins. So I will show you guys what I take after I brush my teeth and floss my teeth. This is the most interesting part of my bedtime routine. You're all going to want to, you know, pause what you're doing and take notes. One thing that I didn't know when you're flossing your teeth is I used to go just like up and down. Up and down. That's not right. You're supposed to go like up and over and like kind of get into your gum line. Did you guys know that? Somebody put in the comments that they didn't know that either, so that I feel better about myself. All done. Rinse off my fingers, they're all spitty. Brush my teeth, and I have a Sonicare, which is awesome. So if you want a new talk and put that thing on at the same time. Real smart, Brittany. If you want a new toothbrush, I highly recommend a Sonicare. It like vibrates and then you just like hold it at your gum line and it disturbs the like the colonies of bacteria that are forming like at your gum line and stops them from making plaque. So you don't have to like brush vigorously. I do brush a little bit at the beginning, but then you just sort of like hold it. And it's actually the disturbance of the bacterial colonies that keeps your teeth clean and not like the, you know, brushing and trying to get all of the plaque off with the toothbrush. It's really cool. Okay, so I don't have a wheel under sink, so I'm like sideways, and I can't really like get close to the sink to spit, so I always spit in a cup, and then rinse the cup out. And then brush my tongue one more time. Now I wash my face. Glasses off. Wash all your makeup off before you go to bed. This soap, it's like all natural soap. I have it made for me because I have sensitive skin and I don't want chemicals on my face, so I try to use as natural products as possible. Get all the makeup off my eyes. Then I brush my hair because I don't want to go to bed with my hair all knotted up. Then I put oil on my face. I make this oil and put it in a little pump jar. It's jojoba oil. I'll put a link to what I use in the description below, and it has vitamin E oil in it, and then this one also has rose hip oil in it. I'm not sold on the rose hip oil. I think it's giving me the rosacea that I have on my face here. So next time when I'm done this, I'm gonna not put the rose hip oil in, just the jojoba oil and the vitamin E oil. So a couple pumps of that. And rub it into my hands really good first. And then I put it on my skin. Okay, so teeth, face, hair done. Now I am going to take my supplements, which is D-mannose. I don't know if this can... D-mannose. So 2,000 milligrams of powdered D-mannose. I put in a little bit of water, and then I drink my other supplements with it. So it's 1 teaspoon, and I have a 1/4 teaspoon thing here, so I need to use 4 of it. So D-mannose is a thing to prevent bladder infections. It stops E. coli from infecting your urinary tract, and E. coli is the most common bacteria to cause urinary tract infections. So I take D-mannose before I go to bed, and throughout the night. I'll show you the pill form that I take throughout the night, just so that when my bladder is the most or the least full and the urine is the most concentrated, there's D-mannose in there. So if there's a lot of E. coli, it'll attach to the D-mannose sugar and not to my urinary tract. So that's why I take D-mannose at night. So I'm just going to fill this with a little bit of water. Maybe like a 1/2 cup worth of water. And then I take magnesium bisglycinate, which is a mineral, and it is good for muscle and all kinds of stuff in your body. And it is also a prokinetic agent, which helps your bowels work better. So I take it for a variety of different reasons. So I take 1 of those, and it is 200 milligrams. And then I take another form of magnesium oxide, which same benefits as the other magnesium. This one is a slight osmotic laxative, so it'll help my stool stay bleh. It's a slight osmotic laxative, so it'll help my stool stay soft. So that's why I take that one. And I take 250 milligrams of that. Then I take my baclofen, which is an antispasmodic for my legs, at bedtime. And I take 20 milligrams of that. Okay, and then the last thing I do is I go pee before I go to bed and get all of my stuff ready in my nightstand drawer for peeing in the middle of the night. So I'm going to go pee one last time, and then I'm going to stock my nightstand drawer with catheters and things like that I'm going to need in the middle of the night. And then it's just bedtime. do is I have this little cath case that is always in my backpack with all my catheters and wipes and stuff in it, and I just put it in my drawer at night. So I'm just gonna stock that, make sure I have lots of wipes in there. Just make sure this little wipe thing that I have is full. This drawer that I always stock full of things, it's still pretty full of stuff. So, oh, I probably need a few more of these. I put my muco jelly inside my cath case. I have a whole bunch of catheters. And then I put this in there like that. And then I will put the blue pads in like that, but I need one to sleep on because I always sleep on a blue pad, so I will get that. And then, nope, my water's not full. So I gotta fill that up. Always have water with me when I go to bed because I drink throughout the night, which is probably not normal or probably good for me because I wake up to pee all the time. And then I have my other D-Manos that I was telling you guys about on my nightstand because I started taking that throughout the night to prevent bladder infections because my urine is the most concentrated at night. And I read somewhere that if you take D-Manos throughout the night, then it just helps prevent bladder infections because the E. coli is most concentrated in your urine at night. So I always take that if I wake up like once or twice. I'll take 2 D-Manos each time I wake up with some water. And that's really it. Now it's just getting into bed. I have a heating pad that I sleep with. I have a wrist brace for my left wrist because I have carpal tunnel, so I always wear that. And I sleep in a tank top and my underwear. And then I sleep on a blue pad so I can move around easily in bed. And I did a video on that. If you want to see that, I'll link to it in the cards up above. It's hot in here. And then I roll and put this blue pad under my butt because it helps me slide around, and in case I pee or something in the middle of the night, then I don't actually pee on my bed. And then hello. That's it. That's my bedtime routine, guys. If you found it helpful, give me a thumbs up. Other than that, I'm gonna go to bed because it's super late. My husband's behind the camera, like, not impressed at all, going, we're done. So, thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you next time.